What's happening, good people? I just became a dentist. Although some dentists might say that this is still a budget guitar over here. But, yeah, we have the PRS S2 McCarty594 here today. So, how we came about this. First of all, you got to picture it. Early 90s, a young kid going to East Coast Music Mall and just dreaming about those Dragon Inlay PRS guitars. Oh no, here he goes again. Those things were like 15 grand, total unobtainium. And then just over the years, looking at the entire brand.
Dude, give it up. You'll never afford it. Live in the now.
And never really feeling like you could obtain one.
One day it'll be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
And truthfully, the core models are still probably way out of my league. What can I do for you today, White Cheddar?
I'd like to take a look at that guitar with the dang dragon thingy on the fretboard.
Again?
It's pretty cool.
You know you can't afford one of these.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of saucy today. Do you take the Sweetwater financing?
This is really probably out of my league, but I got it anyway. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be comparing this to the S2. Reason why we got the S2 was because the Patreons decide sometimes on what guitars we get in and out of this channel over here. So I thought, what better way to reward myself with an overpriced guitar and do a comparison video. So really, I got 2 guitars, and I'll be doing 3 videos out of the thing. This guitar is absolutely stunning, and we'll compare it in the future video on the differences of the SE. But today we're just talking about this one over here. Really, why I went with this one is the scale length and all that stuff like that. I was kind of looking to see if I could find a guitar that could actually cure that Les Paul itch. And I know they make a Les Paul style type, but I liked the look of always the PRS design of the double cut. So I was hoping that this kind of cures that itch. And stay tuned to find out my thoughts about that. But this maple top, it's not just a veneer, it's an actual top, is absolutely beautiful. It has a slightly different curve than that. It has the actual US pickups, that humbuckers that are in the full fat core models and like that. It's made in US, so you're getting a US guitar for that price. You have the open back gear tuners, which look really cool. The tuners are absolutely fantastic. We'll do the geeky stuff if you're kind of new to the channel. I've really condensed it down to almost 5 minutes, which I'm shocked because usually it goes longer than that. But give you all the measurements now so you can see the output, resistance, all that stuff, the fret rocking and all that stuff. And before you go check it out, do you think a guitar like this should have anything wrong with its frets whatsoever? Answer now. We'll leave a little time for that before it kicks into the geeky stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll talk more. The weight is 3.64 kilograms or 8.02 pounds. The action and the bass side is 1.75. The treble side is 1.5. The pickup height on the bass side, the neck is 6 millimeters. The treble side is 4 millimeters. The bridge is 4.5 millimeters, and the treble side is 3.5 millimeters. Nut slot depth, beginning with a low E, is 0.70 millimeters. The A is 0.67 millimeters. The D is 0.63 millimeters. The G is 0.58 millimeters. The B is 0.57 millimeters. And the high E is 0.50 millimeters. And see your screen for the respective in inches. The ratio is a 15:1. They do like this knot thing, so it's like impossible to get the strings out. But what we do is we cut a piece of the string off and we put it back in the peg hole and then do how many rotations till it fully turns around one time, and that's how we got to the ratio. The radius is 10 inches. The nut, the width is 42.61 millimeters or 1.680 inches. The first fret is 44.08 millimeters or 1.735 inches. The depth is 22.40 millimeters or 0.882 inches. The 12th fret, the width is 52.89 millimeters or 2.082 inches. The depth is 24.97 millimeters or 0.983 inches. The fret, the width is 2.88 millimeters or 0.113 inches. The height is 1.43 millimeters or 0.056 inches. So here we take the feeler gauge at 0.006 millimeters and try to see if any frets are unseated, and nothing was unseated, so as expected. Here we take a make sure that the neck is straight, and then we start doing some fret rocking. And surprisingly, on a guitar like this, there is slight, minute rocking. This is like what we typically point out in all of our videos, that it's not even worth doing anything, but if you don't point it out, then everyone has a tizzy about it that, or you're just covering up stuff. So that's why we did it. The resistance, the neck is 7.3, both together 3.6. The bridge is 7.3. Them split, the neck is 5, both of them together is 2.5, and the bridge is 5. Inductance, the neck is 4.2, the bridge is 4.27. Split, the neck is 2.14, the bridge is 2.18. Capacitance, the neck and the bridge actually are both 2.9. Split, they're actually both 3.9. So we just take a quick look, gander under here, underneath, and take a look in the cavity. Really clean inside. Pickups are wired nicely. And take a look at the jack plate. Really tight, but you can tell it's a good quality jack. And then we take a look underneath see the pots. Those are some really big pots, and those capacitors, nice and big compared to the SE. Truss rod cover, and truss is cleanly routed, no schmegma inside. All right, so now you are back from all that geeky stuff. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you. But yeah, I mean, it very minimal wrong with the frets whatsoever of this guitar. But if I didn't point out the tiniest little rocks in all these videos, people would criticize them and saying that they're not true, you know, glossing over stuff like that. But I wouldn't do anything to those minor little marks. But it shows you that there is a little wiggle in even the expensive tier of guitars over here. So I'm not going to do the whole choking of the frets. I've been actually playing this guitar for a really while now, so I know that none of the frets are dead and none of the strings choke out for the brevity of time. And besides, this is my guitar anyway. Nobody's getting this thing. This really is, though, an out-of-the-box type of review. We did have to take the strings out of it, off of it, to get all the measurements, stuff like that, but we did put strings back on, obviously, as you can see, because we wouldn't be able to demo it without it. These are cobalts, so they're not the same PRS strings that you normally get out of it, so that would be the only thing that is different, like when you get it out of the stock. But everything else, when I took the strings off to do the fret rocking and everything like that, the neck was flat, so didn't do any adjustments. Action and everything like that should all be the same out of the box. No adjustments to the fine tuning or anything like that whatsoever. So just gonna tune it up quickly just because it came out of the gig bag, and it is nearly spot on from when I put it away almost a week ago, because I just came back from a trip to New York. So if there's any intonation issues, you're a superb hearer, have next level hearing. It's also could be just my playing, but these were spot on with the chug tuner that I'm using over here. So obviously fine attention to detail with the more expensive you go. It does also get looked at by Sweetwater. They don't really do anything. They just do like a 55 checkup to make sure the thing is good, but they don't do any plucking or anything like that whatsoever. So enough jibber jabber. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just gonna play the same thing through all positions. I just do it in the clean, and we'll do neck, both bridge, and then the same split. So. Yeah, sorry, I've been getting all lost in these things, but with these guitars lately, have been coming in and really, really fun to play. So, but this, I haven't had a guitar with nitro in a while, so that's kind of something to get used to, the whole stickiness. But man, does that smell so good? It definitely has like a different, like totally different feel to it than the urethane stuff. But remember that part where I said about whether this would cure that itch for the Les Paul? I don't think this actually did. I don't know if a full fat core model of $5,000 would have. I'm not also going to spend that much for that, because really, for the price of this and a Les Paul, that would be 2 guitars for the price of 1. But this, I think, kind of fanned that passion to have a Les Paul now too. I do have some budget ones here. They do pretty dang good too, but there's just that thing about a Gibson Les Paul. I don't know if also maybe the body shape would have lended, if I got one of the ones that were the single cut, might have helped that, but I don't think so. I think still they do great things. They're just 2 different animals. I felt like pickups were very clear, clean up pretty well sometimes. I feel like the neck was a little bit better at cleaning up than the bridge, but that's just me. I don't really fumble around with all that stuff, but maybe with a good set of humbuckers, I would lend more to that. I think that you should probably check out the future video where I compare the 2 models, because there's a lot of pluses and minuses to both of them. So you might as well hit that subscribe button. If you would like one of these, there'll be a link down below in the description. Again, you know where to get these things, but you've all been a fantastic audience. And as always, stay tuned.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Sorry, I kind of lose myself a little bit. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.